create life. Okay, they are trying with they experimenting with the evolution of life again. And similarly, ISRO is also doing. I heard some statement from K. Sivan, I think is the name of ISRO director, right or not? I think K. Sivan is the present director. So I heard from someone, not K. Sivan, that earlier ISRO had to purchase this soil, which worth millions of dollars to ISRO. So now they have found such soil in Tamil Nadu, and now they are also experimenting with these kind of life evolution experiments in India also. So it is quite possible that in coming years we can see the plants growing on Moon or Mars. And if plants can be grown there, we can develop a layer of atmosphere there, and then life can easily sustain. So, काफी है इतना? I think biosphere is clear, biotech component of environment. Any problem if you have, you can ask. I feel sometimes I give too much information, right? Any kind of problem if you have, movie का नाम नहीं पता हो तो दोबारा बता दूंगा. Okay. Okay, then I think we should move ahead. Okay, now we are having some questions, previous year questions from No Need. Okay, I don't need Ripple. Ripple, can you please explain why you don't need the name of movie? Even I would ask you to go and watch this Gravity and Martian. If you haven't, please go and watch them. Okay, you have already watched them. जिसने भी नहीं देखी है, please देखना Gravity and this Martian. They are good movies. They will develop your imagination. Okay. UPSC करने का मतलब ये नहीं है that you are going to get dumb. Okay, but limited, बहुत limited amount, like only 1 or 2 movies per month. इससे ज़्यादा नहीं. Now coming to the question, Interstellar is also good. Yes, Bochi. Okay, so consider the following: carbon dioxide, oxides of nitrogen, and oxides of sulfur. Which of the above are emitted from the combustion of coal? This is the question. At thermal power plants. So the options are 1 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 3 only, 1, 2 and 3. Now you have to give the answer. Yeah, you can take it as today's homework. If you have time, you can take it as today's homework. Okay, so coming to the question, Vipul, please, आगे आ जाओ. Have you got the question, everybody? I want answers from all. Answers from all. Divya Paliwal, I'm still waiting for your answer. Then Brundavani, I think Brundavani has not answered yet. Then Kejia, why are you so silent? Krishan Kumar. Amruta, where is your answer? Amruta, are you able to understand? Amruta?
Yes, sir.
So, are you able to understand?
Yes, sir.
समझ में आ रहा है सब? From which state you are?
Telangana, sir.
Telangana. So, are you comfortable with Hindi or only English?
Both.
Both. Okay. So, are you getting whatever I am teaching? Are you able to get it or not?
Understand?
Your voice is quite low.
I'm understanding, sir.
Okay, Amruta, you are still not audible. So let's Amruta. Okay, Saloni, itna late answer. After one, Saloni has shifted to D. Right or not? Saloni has changed her mind. So yes, all these gases are emitted from the combustion of coal. Because coal is kind of compound, okay, though its main constituent is carbon, but it has hydrogen, it has sulfur, it has nitrogen, and the coal is formed by
Sir, burying of dead plants and trees millions of years ago.
yes. So burying of dead plants and animals below the earth and undergoing the processes of undergoing very high temperature and pressure treatment. Okay, they are being suffering from very high pressure and temperature conditions, which led to transformation of this dead and decay material into fossil fuels, either in the form of solid coal or like gases, or maybe this oil. Okay. So the coal constitute all these components: sulfur, hydrogen, nitrogen, and all these gases, they are emitted out on the burning of coal. So the correct answer is D. The correct answer is D. Okay. So what amount of what percentage of electricity generation in India comes from coal? What percentage of electricity generation or power generation in India comes from coal? Can anyone tell me? 80%. So Meenu Singh is not aware. Nickel is also quite less aware. What about others? 20 to 35%. No, you people are also wrong. Vipul, Luxana and Subhajit. Kritika is correct, around 60%. Okay, so the correct answer is that around 66%, 66 to 70%. Okay, around two-third of India's power generation comes from coal. Right? As per the 2000, I think March 2020, some data was released, and as per this data, 35% of India's power generation is from clean energy sources. Clean energy sources. That is renewable. Okay, around 35%, which includes the hydropower, because in this current year, this hydropower has been included. The large hydroelectric projects, they have been included in this renewable energy. 1 to 2% is from nuclear power. It is also under this clean energy, not in this 35, but after this 35. So hardly 62 to 63% is left, and this part comes totally from coal. So more than 60% of India's total power production comes from coal. Sir, does India also have solar? Yes, India do have solar power generation, Veer Nikhil, and it is around 20%. I think 28%. 28% of the total renewable power generation comes from solar energy. Nikhil, have you heard about International Solar Alliance? The largest source is wind energy. The largest renewable source of energy is wind energy, which accounts
No, sir,
for around.
I was saying that largest solar plant is also in India.
Okay. Now it is in India. Okay, and even larger than those are under process. Like Sambar, the Sambar plant may become one of the largest plant in the world. and the plants like in Riva recently. So they are one of the largest plant in the world. Yes, they are talking. This International Solar Alliance is talking about one world, one grid, definitely. And around 35% of the total renewable energy comes from this wind alone. Wind alone. So do remember your tomorrow's target of INDCs, and along with this, you will come with the entire data of what amount of production India is doing with different sources of energy. It is all about power generation. Okay, power generation. Yes, Luxana, it is about 35% wind energy, and the largest wind energy generating state is the state with largest wind power. That is also your homework now. That is your homework now. Okay, I will not answer it. Then Nikhil, I asked you about International Solar Alliance. International Solar Alliance is a body which was started or initiated on the sidelines of this Paris deal. And it was suggested by this Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and French President Emmanuel Macron. Both these leaders, they suggested this formation of a body called International Solar Alliance. And this body's its headquarters has been established in India. First such international body whose headquarters is located in India. Yes, Minu, you are right. It is located in Gurugram. Okay, Gurugram. We earlier had a body called SECI there, Solar Energy Corporation of India. And if you are watching the Hindu analysis, you might be knowing that around 70 trillion rupees has been collected, or you can say this is the target. The 70 trillion rupee. This is the target under this International Solar Alliance, so that this amount of fund could be collected for generation of total 5 lakh megawatt of power. 5 lakh megawatt of solar power global. And recently UN Secretary General, कौन है UN के Secretary General अभी?
Antonio Guterres.
Yes, Antonio Guterres. So Mr. Antonio Guterres has commended India's efforts in these steps, right? In these achievements. With such targets, these targets have been very much commended by Antonio Guterres. Though on the one hand, he condemned India's step of 41 coal mine auction, right? 41 coal mine auctions. In Hindu analysis, I told you that the government has come out with auction of 41 coal mines, and most of which are located in no-go regions. No-go regions. What are no-go regions? No-go regions वो region हैं जो ecologically थोड़े sensitive हैं. They are covered under forest, high density forest, right? And the activities like mining should not be attempted there because they would disrupt the ecosystem. They would lead to damage the habitat. Habitat destruction would take place. So they will damage the biodiversity, destroy the biodiversity, habitat destruction. Okay. And also this article claimed that India has spent around 55,000 crore rupees on the coal subsidy in recent years, and this can be utilized for the purpose of generation of renewable energy. And one more report came recently, अगर Hindu analysis देख रहे हो, so that you can know, okay, 53,000 crore rupees India can save. 53,000 crore over 5 years if India can shut down its old thermal power plants. India can save this much amount of rupee. Yes, by discarding, yes, Subhajit, you are absolutely correct, by discarding the old thermal power plants. Because they are not being used up to their full capacity. And the amount which would be spent on their restoration, renewal, and energy efficiency, okay, that could be saved, and this would amount to 53,000 crore savings in next 5 years. I think ये ज़्यादा ही हो गया थोड़ा सा. So I think the answer is clear to all. Any doubt you have in this question?
Okay.
Yes, Nikhil.
Sir, you are telling that the thermal power which is generated, it is not used to by its full capacity, no, sir. So what does that mean, sir? Like, I didn't
The reason is that the coal is not available. If you know that, यहाँ पर थोड़ा ज़्यादा background बताना पड़ेगा coal का. Okay, simple, in very simple words, the captive coal mining was allowed for coal in India. Captive coal mining मतलब the end was fixed, that you can mine coal for particular end only. So it was allotted to several companies. Okay, earlier the coal allocation was done by a committee. So some scams came out, right? The coal scam, I think 2 lakh crore scam was there. So the Supreme Court in 2014, they did de-auctioning, kind of de-allocation of all the coal mines in 2014. 2014-15 was the year. Then government restarted allocation. So when this de-allocation and reallocation was done, the companies which were having this coal mines, they were not able to mine it. So when coal was not mined in India, the raw material was not available to thermal power plants. So they were not able to function to their full capacity. Right? And this is also one reason that India has been exporting around 15% of their coal requirement. We are importing it largely from countries like Australia.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so they are not able to function properly.
Thank you, sir.
Then I think we should move towards next question now. Yes. Anyone else? So the next question is regarding carbon credits. Which one of the following statement is not correct? See, do remember this not correct part. Do remember this not correct part. So let us see. The carbon credit was ratified in conjunction with the Kyoto Protocol. This is the first statement. Second statement says that the carbon credits are awarded to countries or groups that have reduced the greenhouse gases below their emission quota. The third one is the goal of carbon credit system is to limit the increase of carbon dioxide emission. The fourth option is that the carbon credits are traded at a fixed price from time to time by UNEP. Okay, everyone is saying C. I want answers from all. And I will not move ahead until you all give your answer. Vrindavani, do I have to ask again? Asia? Meenu, I think Meenu has not given the answer. Whether right or wrong, please. Okay, Nikhil, I am repeating the question. The question is regarding the carbon credits. Which one of the following statement given below is not correct? Right? The first statement here is the carbon credit system was ratified in conjunction with Kyoto Protocol. This is the first statement. The second statement is the carbon credits are awarded to countries or groups that have reduced their greenhouse gas quota. Okay, that have reduced their emission below their quota. The third statement is the goal of carbon credit system is to limit the increase of carbon dioxide emission. The fourth one is the carbon credits are traded at fixed price from time to time by UNEP.
Okay.
Sir, I feel that the three statements are correct, but fourth statement is not correct.
D one is not correct. Okay. Okay, no idea, Kedia. Don't worry. Don't worry if you do not have any idea. I will say one simple statement. You are here to learn. Don't see what others are doing. Try to learn as much as you can, especially from the perspective of UPSC exam. जितना ज़्यादा सीख सकते हो. If you don't know, that's okay. Try to make a guess. Try to give your answer. There is no problem in that, right? So the answer is, friends, B. The answer here is B, and I hope that most of you are not correct, right? So the goal of carbon credit system is not to limit the increase, but to limit the overall emission. The carbon credit are awarded to countries or groups that have not reduced their emission quota. Okay. Okay, I hope this question is somewhere we are missing some link in this question. I think answer B is the correct answer, but probably I am not getting it. So we will discuss it tomorrow because some doubt is there in this question I have. Okay. Because even I am not getting why the answer B is given. We will see it tomorrow, friends. Okay, we will discuss it tomorrow. Some doubts are there, and I want to convey a proper information without any doubt, right? So moving towards our next question, just third one here. There is a concern. Sorry for that second question. We will discuss it tomorrow, friends. Okay. There is a concern over the increase in harmful algal blooms in the sea waters of India. This is the third question. There has been increase of algal blooms, right? What could be the causative factor for this phenomenon? तो जो algal blooms बढ़ रहे हैं इंडिया के सी वाटर्स में, what can be the reason for their increase? Okay. Yes, Nitin, one carbon credit is equal to 1 ton of carbon emission. I told you about that emission unit, right? Tons of CO2 emission. This is the unit of emissions. In terms of this unit, emission of every other gas is measured. Okay, whether it is CH4 or even any other greenhouse gas, their quantity of emission is measured in terms of this unit, tons of CO2 emission. Right, 1 ton of CO2 is the basic unit. So I want to go with the answer in a clear form. Okay, so I will discuss it tomorrow. So coming to this third question, algal blooms in the sea waters of India. What could be the causative factor for this phenomenon? What could be the causative factor for this phenomenon? The statement one is discharge of nutrients from the estuaries. Discharge of nutrients from the estuaries. The second statement is runoff from the land during the monsoon. The third statement is upwelling in the seas. Right? Now you have to select from the options given below whether it is 1 only, 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, or 1, 2 and 3 only. So answers from all. Divya Paliwal, Vrindavani, Divya, can we talk here? Divya, are you there?
Yes, sir.
So Divya, why do you have such less interest, or you are quite inactive here? समझ में आता है आपको दिव्या? I mean, are you understanding what I am teaching?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Rosana, wait, I will tell you. Okay. Divya, don't worry. You don't have to hesitate. मैं कुछ यहाँ ऐसा नहीं कर रहा हूँ. Okay. You don't have to fear. Divya, are you getting now?
Yes, sir.
So please be active. Give answers. Ask questions. Okay, Divya. Please be active.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Because if you are not active, that means you are not grabbing the information. And if you are not grabbing the information, then this whole thing goes waste. Right, Divya? So I want you to please be active. Like others are. Okay. And same is for Brindavani. You just have to ask question, right? So that I can know that you are understanding things. So the answer friends here is D1, this D. To all, Kedia, answer is D. Ruksana, answer is D. Nitin, Amruta, I think most of you have given wrong answer. Harini, Nipur have given the right answer. So I am going to explain. So the first option that we are having here, the discharge of nutrient from the estuaries. So किसी को पता है estuary क्या होता है? Does anyone know about this estuaries?
I don't know, sir.
You can tell. So estuaries are the bodies of water formed at the confluence of river, at the mouth of river and ocean or open sea. Right? Yes. They are the bodies, yes Subhajit, they are the meeting points of fresh water from the river and the open seas, the saline water from open seas. So this mixing of fresh water and saline water is the key feature. The mixing of this fresh plus saline water is the key feature of an estuary. Key feature of an estuary. It is situated at the mouth of river, where the river meets the ocean or sea, where the river falls into the sea. Okay. So the rivers which do not form delta, they form estuary. Either the river form delta or they form estuary. So the rivers like Narmada and Tapi, which flows towards the western side of India on the western coast, and they fall down in the Arabian Sea. ये जो rivers हैं, ये Rift Valley में flow करती हैं. They flow in the Rift Valley. Okay, in a kind of graben valley. They flow in a valley kind of thing, right? So in this valley, the formation of delta is not there. They have very slight opening. The mouth is very narrow, and they directly fall into the sea. So this is kind of geographical thing. If you want, I can explain here. Otherwise, I will explain in that geography part. क्या चाहते हो? Should I explain this part or leave it for the geography? I think actually is clear or not? Deep is saying clear. Then what about others? Okay. Then estuary is clear. Then that is enough. So estuary is a body which is formed at the confluence of freshwater river meeting the ocean. Okay. So when we have this fresh water and saline water, the saline water has its own nutrients, while the river, it brings the sediment from its course which the river is following. See, the course which the river is following, it brings the sediment with itself. Large amount of sediment. They get deposited near this coastal area, and this leads to high productivity. High productivity. So this high productivity, these sediments, they bring large amount of nutrients. And high productivity provides nutrition to the algae, and thus algal blooms takes place. Right? These sediments are actually the nutrients for these algae. So I think first is correct now. The second statement is about runoff from the land during the monsoon. So runoff from the land, what it brings? It brings the sediments in soil. It brings the agricultural runoff. Agricultural runoff. Okay, agricultural runoff consists of those fertilizers, NPK, sodium, potassium, and phosphorus. And what else? And other nutrients from the land, other terrestrial nutrients. Right? So statement 2 is correct. because nutrient enrichment is there from the second as well. The runoff from land brings the nutrient, especially during monsoon. Monsoon में क्या होगी? बारिश होती है. There is precipitation, and this precipitation brings the nutrients and sediments available on land to water bodies, which leads to algal bloom. So, sediments, are you clear with sediments? या समझाना है? Okay. Now the third one, upwelling in the seas. So upwelling on seas was asked by Rufsana. So the thing is, South America. This is South American coast, right? This is South American coast, and here we have this country called Chile. Okay, very narrow kind of thing, country, having this coastline. Okay, so this is the coastline of this Chile. So here we have one current called Hambantota current. Hambantota or Peru current. Peru current or Hambantota current. So what happens due to heating of Earth, non-uniform heating of Earth, the water moves, right? Suppose this area is being heated and this is less heated. So what happens? The water from here evaporates and the water from here moves to this place. So such movement of water is called current, and it is also done with the help of friction from wind. So this current is called North Equatorial current, North Equatorial Pacific current. बाद में देखेंगे what current is. For now, you can simply understand here is the movement of water from this Eastern Pacific to Western Pacific, right? East-West may be confusion hoga because it is located on the western side of this America, and here we have this on the eastern side. So don't worry, you can simply take it like from the South American coast to the Australian coast. Here we have Australia, right? So the movement of water from the coast of South America to the coast of Australia. So this movement leads to upwelling, upcoming of water. अब यहाँ से water move हो रहा है. If the water is moving from South American coast to this side, so the water which is below this layer would come up, right or not? Right or not? So this movement of upcoming of water is called upwelling of water, upwelling in the seas. This takes place along this Hambantota current near South America. Sir, why it is called as Peru current when it is in Chile? The Peru country is located here, right? So it is named after Peru. The entire coast is affected by this current. Okay. Why we have this Indian Ocean, name Indian Ocean, when we have Sri Lanka here, when we have Africa here, when we have Australia here. So there is no such logic, right? So coming to this, where we were, yes, upwelling. So upwelling in sea से क्या होता है? That this hot water moved aside. Now the water which was in the lower layers of sea, it brings the nutrients with itself. This upwelling brings the nutrients with itself, right? So this nutrient sediment is very much important for feeding of the fishes here. So this zone, this region is having a very great fish industry. Even the Chile has a port called Santiago. It is famous for meat industry, the fish industry. Capital of Chile called Santiago. It is actually a port city and is very famous for fish. And because of this Hambantota Hambantota current, this upwelling takes place and has led to flourishment of fish, the species of fish here. So I think this is clear to you all or not? Upwelling of seas. So it brings nutrient which leads to algal bloom. Algae are eaten by fish, so the quantity of fish grows, and then the fish are exported to the fish markets. Okay. This question is also in mock test. Okay, I don't remember Apple, but it might be there. Okay. So I wanted to tell you something here. I forgot. Don't worry. That is not. It's actually a question of geography, not from this environment part. So yes. Someone asked, Vipul, I think asked about that El Nino. I think Deep asked me about El Nino and La Nina. Yes. So when this El Nino is there, this El Nino leads to this reduces this upwelling. This El Nino reduces this upwelling in this Peru coast. तो इसकी वजह से क्या होता है, अपवेलिंग नहीं होती तो फिश की क्वांटिटी डिक्रीज हो जाती है. Because of no El Nino, it reduces the quantity of fish and the agriculture here. Because some bird guano, if this guano bird is there on this coast of Chile, this guano bird actually eats the fish, so it survives on the fish. And then this guano bird, when it reaches the coast, the beak of this bird is very much rich in nitrogen. You might know this, yes. So the beak of this bird, the droppings of these birds leads to fertilization of these lands. It makes these land rich in nitrogen. So it increases the production, the crop production of local resident farmers. So when El Nino is there, the fish catch is less, the quantity of fish is less, then guano birds do not reside here, they move towards some other place, then these dropping reduce, then this agriculture productivity decreases. So these farmers in the South American region, they actually do not want this El Nino to happen, despite the fact that in El Nino years the rainfall increases in the South American region. Despite this fact, they do not want El Nino to happen because it reduces both their fish count and agriculture productivity. This is an important point and I hope you all got it. अगर कुछ भी पूछना है, so anything if you want me to repeat, I can repeat it. I have taken much effort in explaining this, so I hope I am very much clear in this.
So what is El Nino, sir?
El Nino basically एक concept है that is something about a non-uniform heating of this Pacific Ocean, right? And its effect on Indian Ocean as well. So in detail, I think I should explain this in that geography part because वहाँ पर आपको pressure और temperature के movement को समझा सकूँगा मैं. Here I cannot explain that entire thing. Otherwise, complex हो जाएगा थोड़ा.
Yes, sir.
So it is only about non-uniform heating, which leads to pressure and temperature circulations in this oceanic region. The movement of water is affected, right? Which leads to decrease in rainfall in this region and increase in rainfall in this region in El Nino years. Otherwise, the rainfall is greater in Indian region and lesser in the South American Hump and Tuta region. So we have moved beyond our time. So I think it is clear to all. Now I am ending my lecture today here only.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you from my side. If you want to ask even slightest of thing, I am ready to explain it. Okay. कुछ भी पूछना हो, do not hesitate. Do not think what others are doing. वो पूछ रहे हैं या नहीं, do not worry about them. If you want to ask, you can ask. कुछ भी. Yes, Meenu?
Sir, recently it was in news that in Italy mountains there was a pink color snow.
Yes. Pink color snow was there.
Related to this type of algae or different kind of, or this is algae blooms or different?
Okay, reasons are yet to be found out for that pink color of mountains, right? So we cannot comment on that. Still, it is under research.
Okay, sir.
Meenu.
One more question I have.
Yes.
Last day in editorial or the Hindu analysis, we discussed Greater Nagaland region.
Issue. Yeah.
And the editor suggested that it could be resolved by neglecting for few years or compromising.
Yes, yes. Compromising. Yes. Compromising.
Then we can use this compromising word in our mains writing for the solution, temporary solution.
The manner in which it was written there, yes, we can use it. The manner. It was written there that no conflict in the world ended in a clear zone. It always ends in a gray zone. So some compromises have to be made from both the sides. So this is a line. In this manner, you can definitely write this.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay. Yes, you can write it, but in a manner. The language matters.
We can conclude this from these lines now.
Yes, yes, you can conclude. Yes, definitely. What about others? Clear है सब कुछ? Okay, I hope ज़्यादा हो गया. People want me to go. They are saying again and again, thank you. Okay, then thank you, and I hope you have a nice day. Bye then.